Alright guys, what's going on? I'm back again with another video. I'm, I'm a little tired. Um, just did a few push-ups and now I'm just relaxing because I had some chips and I had some chips a little bit. So I'm like, let me just do a few push-ups before I go to sleep. In this video, I want to talk about how I miss hanging out with a female, man. And it's so depressing that I've been making a lot of videos, a lot of depressing videos about me having problems with women when normally I don't have problems with women. My whole life I was good with women. Like I never had issues with them at all. I was always around women. You know what I'm saying? And it's just really embarrassing that I have to make these type of videos. But yeah, man, I'm not even going to front you guys. Like I really do miss hanging out with a woman, man. Yeah, all this working out shit is cool, but I haven't hung out with a female. I think I told you guys it's been a long time. Like it's been a minute. It's been like a few years actually, because after my ex, we broke up in 2017. Luckily I found another girl. I think I told you guys about her. She one day I was on Fordham and then I ran down on her, and then I was texting. At first she was playing with me, but then she finally gave in. But long story short, we went to Coney Island. We hung out multiple times around Manhattan and shit. And then she wound up moving to Virginia with her father, and that was the last time I saw her. And after that we lost contact. So that was like back in like 2023, maybe 2022, somewhere around there. But yeah, it's been a few years. And man, every time when I do hang out with a, like, say like I hang out with a female for like a full day, like a full day of me and Shorty hanging out, just us, just spending the whole day, having fun. Most of the times I'm very calm, I'm happy, I'm not really moody, and I'm a nice guy. Like when I'm hanging out with a female, because like I said, I take the time out. Yeah, I try to take the time out of my schedule and make sure, like, me and Shorty hang out and we have a great time on that particular day. Oh yeah, I had another girl I ran down on in Manhattan. This is like maybe 2 years ago. I still got the pictures and shit. Unfortunately, me and her hung out a couple of times around Central Park. And one day she hit me saying her ex, misses her, and she, she got back with him. And this happens to me all the time when I'm talking to a woman. I always get that text message or something like that, that her ex wanna get back with her. But yeah, I still got the picture and shit. But yeah, my thing is, like, when I do, like, I really do miss hanging out with a female, bro. I miss holding hands with Shorty. We walking around Manhattan, cause like I said, I'm always around Manhattan. Like I literally know all my ways around Manhattan. But anyways, me and Shorty walking around Manhattan, we holding hands. I miss that affection. And I'm a affection type of dude. Like a lot of times I used to always have a female, and me and her would always like tongue kiss each other literally in public in front of everybody. Like we just didn't give a fuck. And a lot of people would take pictures of us, and some people would just be looking. You know, it was fun. And then there's been times where I would like to act stupid and be funny and stuff like that. Because every time I hang out with a girl, I make sure all my attention is on her to let her know that, yo, I'm here with you. Like, we here to hang out for that particular day. We here to have fun. Like, whatever she want to do, I'm with it. Like I said in my last couple of videos, I love doing fun activities. Like, I really miss that. Like, I used to always had a fun activity. I used to always do fun activities with a female, like bowling, helicopter rides, what you call it, like the horses, getting on the horses around Manhattan, Coney Island, doing a lot of shit, walking the High Line. I miss that, man. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm with a girl, I'm not. When I'm with a girl, I'm not ready to fight people and just snap on people for no reason. Like, because I do have a little soft side in me, but then I have a bad side in me. Because as a man, like when you're hanging out with a woman, you feel very, very good. You feel like a man, you know. And y'all just hanging out the whole day. Just it's like one of those fun days. Like you just can never forget. Y'all hanging out, taking pictures on your phone for memories. And sometimes a man, he might get emotional or he might catch feelings, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I do. That's me. I'm the type. If I really like that girl and we hanging out and really getting serious, yeah, I get emotional and I'll tear up, start crying because those was one of the goodest, the great moments in my life of hanging out with her for that whole day. And like going out to eat with her. Y'all sitting close to each other and just talking about dumb shit, but at the same time you can't really mess up when you like hanging out with a girl. Like you got to know what to say to her because you don't want to say the wrong things and then she wind up getting mad and walking off on you or something like that. And again, like I said, I miss hanging out with a female. Sometimes, well, when I do hang out with a girl, I'm like I'll be sometimes kind of respectable towards others when I'm in a good mood, when I'm not mad or pissed off about anything. because when I'm with a girl, like she keeps me calm, you know. Um, it sucks that and it's crazy. I'm not even that bad looking. It sucks that I'm really going through this shit. I told you guys, ever since the tragedy in 2020, man, it just really, y'all know the situation. You know, the dating apps, everything. Y'all already know about that. I'm not gonna get into that in this video. But again, man, I miss hanging out with a female. I miss sharing the food with a girl. I used to do that a lot, you know. I used to like order us some food and like, you know, we share like, you know, like we eat the food and then like I buy some dessert and we share like a cake, like a chocolate cake, cause I, you know, I like chocolate sometimes. You know, we eat like a little chocolate cake or whatever, you know, and we just share it and eat it. I eat from her and she eat from me. Man, I have a lot of stories, man, a lot of memories that I had, you know, with a lot of females that I hung out with in Manhattan, man. I never forget, man. This was like years before. I think I told this story. One night I was hanging out with Jay and his people, and I seen some girl. She was like, but she wasn't from New York. She was like from forgot. I think she was from the UK. Yeah, she was from the UK, but she's like light skinned, about like 5'5". And that night, I was just running down on mad females at 42nd Street. You know, in front of the McDonald's. And you know, boom, you know, I ran down on Shorty, and then we just wound up hanging out that whole night. I think we went to Forever 21 or some shit. We went to a couple of stores, and then we wound up um, going to the movies. I forgot what movie we went to go see. I really forgot. But I think at that particular time, I was in a relationship with my ex. But yeah, I remember, you know, me and Shorty was making out the whole night, just kissing, and you know, we went to the movies, we had fun. I ended up dipping off on JJ and his friends and shit. I told them niggas, I'm like, yo, I'll see y'all later. I don't know where they went. I guess they stayed out. I don't know, but it was so crazy because Shorty had family in Far Rockaway, and I'm from Far Rockaway, and I live out there. So, you know, like I said, we went to the movies. We hung out the whole night. The whole night. Mind you, guys, I ran down on her. I ran down on her the same night, and then we hung out. And we took the A train all the way back home. Me and her was like, you know, me and her was you know, we was like cuddling, you know. And it's crazy because every girl I have been with, they told me like every time, like when I used to hang out with a lot of females, and y'all know how y'all be cuddling and shit, like laying next to each other and shit. Every female done told me like I'm very comfortable and they could easily like fall asleep on me. It's like my body's a pillow to them, and that shit felt mad good. Like just chilling, riding home, trying to get to your destination safe, as safely as possible. And you having you having your little shorty with you, and she's dozing off. Every time most of the time I was the one that was up while they would like sleep on my shoulders and shit, and they would just be sleep. They'd be knocked the fuck out, and sometimes I would sleep, but then I wake up. But most of the times I'll be up and shit, just be peeping the scenery, because there be a lot of knuckleheads all over the train station. Not even the train station, the trains. Again, I miss hanging out with a female, man. I just don't feel like going out there, y'all, and just cold approaching like how I used to, man. I could do it. It's just, I just know what the answer is with these females, and my confidence, man, is like the lowest to the lowest, man. You know, I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, man. Just hanging out with a female for like a whole day, I don't know about you guys, but it makes my day feel completely special. It makes my day feel completely special in that she cares about me, and that like if me and her really get serious, then I'm gonna have to get serious with her, Cause I catch feelings easily for any girl, like. But it's so many. I have a lot of stories of me hanging out with mad girls and shit. But I'm not gonna. That was one story I just gave y'all, but I'm not gonna make this video too long because I'm gonna try to go to sleep. Y'all pray for me, man. I'm going through it. Every day with this shit mentally. I'm fighting. This is why I always work out each and every day before I go to work, because I'm not mentally right in the head. I've been alone for so long. No females touch, and I kind of feel like I kind of blame myself for it, but at the same time it's like, again in 2025, these females is like on a different type of timing. Like they always want this, they always want that. You gotta be this, you gotta be that. And then I gotta deal with all these niggas out here. There's always a nigga like he just always there, like, and it just fucks me up because I gotta compete with that nigga to, with that girl, and it's like I don't feel like doing that bullshit. You know what I mean? Anyways, man, y'all pray for me. I'll catch you in my next video. Peace.